Saludos, mi gente. Gracia y paz sea multiplicada. Que la gracia y la paz del Señor Jesucristo reine en sus corazones, en cada una de sus vidas. Señores, yo quiero darle las gracias al profesor Cody de inglés, aunque yo estoy viendo las clases por YouTube, he estado aprendiendo bastante. It is where. He estado aprendiendo bastante a escucharlo, a hablarlo, a leerlo y a escribirlo en inglés. Dios bendiga al profesor Cody. Cuando terminemos lo voy a invitar a mi casa para que entonces tengamos un encuentro y hablemos de guitarra, que yo también toco la guitarra. Eso fue lo que le escribí ayer, para que compartamos no solo del inglés, sino también del inglés y la guitarra. Como le estaba diciendo ahorita, que Rambo se me malogró, que se me soltó la semana pasada. Yo lo amarré con un cable de teléfono. Yo lo amarré con ese cable de teléfono, Richard. Se le entierra el cable, muchachos. Se entierra el cable. Tú vas a ver lo que le hizo. Tú vas a ver lo que le hizo. Mira lo que le hizo. Ya yo le hice limón, gracias a Dios. Yo voy a curar, pero es un problema grandísimo, más brother, mira. Es un problema grande, dice. Rambo. Y la gatica vio cuando yo le hice limón ahorita. Me pica eso ahí. Pero él sabe que eso es lo único que se escondió. Cami. Se escondió, no quiere que la grabe. Mala ella. Cuando ella quiere salir, nada más que sale. ¿Y para dónde fue que se metió? Se inquisito. ¿Quién sabe dónde se metió? No quiere que yo la grabe ahora. No quiere que yo la grabe ahora. Ella no sabe que yo sé todos los joyitos de ella. Yo sé de ella. Miren, me está explicando ahorita. No veo yo lo más precioso que está después que yo. Gracias a Dios. Voy a dar una de llevadita la semana que viene. ¿Qué es lo que tú tienes allá? ¿Qué es lo tuyo? English, please, my friend. My father, English, please, my father. English, please, my father. La grande, señores. La grande amarita. Mira. Increíble esto, ¿verdad? Bendecido por Dios. Gracias a Dios, el Señor Jesucristo me bendijo eso. Me bendice eso. Dios bueno. This is right.
Luke 15. Sometimes people get confused by it, but I feel like the Lord's all over it tonight. I want to read it to us. Says now the tax collectors and sinners are all gathering around to hear Jesus. The Pharisees and teachers of the law mutter, this man welcomes the sinners and eats with them. The religious people are mad. It sets the stage and Jesus pipes up. He told them this parable. He says, suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And after he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and he goes home. He calls his friends, he calls his neighbors together and says, rejoice with me because I've found my lost sheep. And I tell you that in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who don't. Man, he's that good. I want to just read a couple thoughts, just share a little bit of the story behind this song, and we'll sing that bridge one more time and we'll go nuts. We'll see what happens. So when I use the phrase, the reckless love of God, when we say it, we're not saying that God himself is reckless. He's not crazy. We are, however, saying that the way he loves is, in many regards, quite so. And what I mean is this. He's utterly unconcerned with the consequences of his actions with regard to his own safety, comfort, and well-being. His love isn't crafty or slick. It's not cunning or shrewd. In fact, all things considered, it's quite childlike. And might I even suggest sometimes downright ridiculous. His love bankrupted heaven for you, for me. His love doesn't consider himself first. It isn't selfish or self-serving. He doesn't wonder what he'll gain or lose by putting himself on the line. He simply puts himself out there on the off chance that you and I might look back at him and give him that love in return. His love leads the 99 to find the one every time. And to many practical adults, that's a foolish concept. But what if he loses the 99 and finding the one, right? What if? Finding that one lost sheep is and will always be supremely important. His love isn't cautious. The love that sent his own son to die a gruesome death on a cross. There's no plan B with the love of God. He gives his heart so completely, so preposterously, that if refused, we would think it irreparably broken. Yet he gives himself away again and again and again and again, time and time again. Make no mistake, our sins do pain his heart, and 70 times 7 is a lot of times to get your heart broken. And yet he opens up and allows us back in every single time. His love saw you when you hated him, and all logic said they'll reject me. He said, no, I don't care what it costs me. I lay my life on the line as long as I get their heart. To make it personal, his love saw me, broken down kid, with regret as deep as the ocean. My innocence and youth poured out like water. And he found me, and he put me on his shoulders. And he carried me on. Because he's just that good, he's just that kind. He's a father that never gives up. So as we sing this bridge and chorus one more time, just let it break down those walls tonight. There's no shadow. There's no shadow you won't lay up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. Yeah. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't lay down, coming after me. Yeah, again. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. He's breaking off self-hatred tonight. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't lay down, coming after me. There's no shadow now. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't. Come on, let it rise.